I don't think he can handle few thousand. Michael, I'm going to try to invite you. Let us know if you can come in. We're actually having troubles, Michael.
You can drop me down, Randy, and try someone else, okay?
Yeah, but you're the favorite person in Veneta. We want to watch this love story. We want to get in your business. I'm just trying to invite people.
Yeah, but she's gone shy, man. I don't know what's going on with her today. She's unbelievable. This person normally yak, yak, yak. Look at her. Look, she's just shy.
Actually, we're thinking, Michael, that you should go to America. Bernie, we want you to go to America. To pick up
to go to America. You know what? I'd love to go to America again. I've been to America many years, 30 years ago, I think. But at this stage, I can't go because my government will not let any Australians leave Australia because of
just like I can't go to Australia. COVID.
Oh. No.
Buggy.
Okay.
That's why Vanita's over in America still. She's my fiance. She's stuck in America for the last 12 months because of COVID. Well, less than 12.
Richard Roberts, can I ask you to drop down so I can make a hole for these other fine people?
Yes, sir. Go ahead and drop me, Randy.
Yeah, I apologize, but we've reached the realm where Happs doesn't know what to do.
Thank you.
Okay, I will start. And Bernie, I hate to interrupt you, but I would like to ask a couple of people. We have Chris and Martin Carhunger, and we have Stefan the Pim McMillan. Stefan, would you please tell us about your wonderful life, if you would like?
Sure, Randy. Thanks for inviting me in. I'm Stephen the PM. I'm from Toronto, well, north of Toronto. I've been following a lot of people on Periscope. Before that, Busker. I've done a little bit of stuff on Happs right now. Basically, what I do now is I use that beast, which is my Celestron 114 LCM telescope, and I hook up my iPhone to that and do some broadcasting using my iPhone on the eyepiece of the telescope. Unfortunately, I haven't had much cooperation with the weather. It's been cloudy here for about the last 6 weeks at night. I was able to get a little bit of window in tonight, so there is a broadcast you can go watch on my profile. I was able to get some good close-ups of the moon tonight to broadcast on Happs.
Oh, that's great. Can you please comment down here and say hello? It's me, so we can follow you. I would love to see some of your broadcasts with the telescope. I would love to see that.
Yeah, sure. It's I'll put it in there.
Just put it in the comments. And Nabil, we see you. We'll be right with you.
Okay.
Dagiga Habibi. Hala wala. Kayf al-hal?
Yeah, Stephen the PM McMillan. And my son also does. My son doesn't do any live streaming, but he does do some astrophotography. But he only uses his DSLR camera and a stationary mount. He takes pictures at night of different sections of the sky. He uses a very slow shutter speed, probably 30-40 seconds, takes multiple pictures, and then he does the thing called stacking them using a program he has. And you can see him at Instagram, and his name there is shots, SHOTS, by BY McMillan, MCMILLAN. And you can see some really good pictures he's taken of the Andromeda Galaxy, Orion's Nebula, the Seven Sisters, the Milky Way. He does some good stuff. He's just got started. He started last July, August is when we bought the telescope because we were bored from this COVID thing, man. We can't go anywhere. So
that's a great hobby. I can really appreciate what you guys are doing. You gave me an idea. Why haven't I bought a telescope to give me something to look at? The problem is I'll be looking at the neighbor's building across the wall, about a kilometer away. I better be careful about that.
Yeah. Well, we try and get out when the weather's warmer. It's like minus 10 degrees Celsius here today. But when the weather's warmer, we try to get outside the city where there's not as much light pollution, so you can actually see, millions of stars in the night sky. In the city, I can only see a few bright ones. Last summer, we were able to do a lot with Jupiter and Saturn, so we got some really good pictures of those as well, and some video I've got of that. I haven't posted any of that yet.
Well, Stephen, thank you very much. Please put your son's link down here. Walt's saying he can't come in. Walt, I'll uninvite and re-invite you. I would like to move over because we're trying to get people in and out so we can actually not crash the Happs. First, I'm going to go over to Chris and Martin Carhunger, and then we're going to be over to Nabil. Nabil, Shlonik Habib. Right? Happy Malam Arabi.
Hey, so Martin's over there doing things and getting stuff done. I'm the mouth of the two of us, more than he is by far. We're in Toronto, Ontario, in Toronto proper, and live in the downtown core. And we are prop makers for film, television, stage, and what's considered a professional cosplayer, as well as special skills actors. And he's just off to the side, but in order to keep things from echoing back, I've got the mic and the earpiece, and he's just being distracted. We've been together for 33 years. We met at the Doctor Who convention in 1987, and we did not look anything like this when we first met. No, we did not.
I think every marriage is like that. When you look to the left or right after 20 or 30 years, you usually don't look the same as when you met.
This is very true, and he looked very young and innocent, quite frankly. Looked.
I didn't look like this when you met either.
There you go. Exactly.
Nice. But we moved back to Toronto after living in British Columbia for 18 years. We moved to BC to work on Stargate because a lot of the work here in Toronto had dried up back then. And we recently came back last year. So we're home again.
Well, don't run away, but let me run over here to Mr. Nabil and then to Brandon, but don't run away. We want to pick your brain more. First, let me get down to Nabil. Nabil, hello, Habibi.
Hi. Hi, how are you doing?
Very well. Nabil, who are you and where are you? Tell us.
Okay, so I was born in Morocco. I came to the United States in 2014 with believing in the American dream. So I went to college. I graduated with my bachelor's degree in neuroscience. I got my U.S. citizenship. I was published in a local journal about my success in college, my citizenship. So yeah, so
Welcome, welcome.
so I'm in the process of starting med school.
That's great. I can't
Dr.
wait to see
Nabil.
how that progresses.
Yep.
Nabil, how is your Arabic?
Good.
Okay, that's most Moroccans know pretty good Arabic. I was just wondering. Anyway, great. So, have you? What do you think? Are you living the American dream?
Yes, I am.
That's fantastic.
I
You
love
know
it.
Retta Moore and Yassine?
Huh?
You know Retta and Yassine, also from Morocco, living in Tampa?
Yeah.
You guys all know each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you.
So, what are you going to do in your med school? What are you going to study?
Well, my goal is to become a neurosurgeon. So, after finishing med school, I plan on going to residency, which is a 7-year in neurosurgery. So, yeah, it's a long
Well,
route,
probably
but
when you complete your studies, I'll be needing that type of surgery. Keep me in mind.
okay.
You got to give
Nabil,
Yeah.
don't run away. Let me get over here and yell at somebody above you. Let him speak also.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nabil. Shukran, Habibi, which means hello, my dear. Thank you, my dear. Okay, Mr. Brandon.
What's up, Randy? How are you?
Hey, how are you, sir?
Good.
We didn't win the lottery, man. What happened?
No. I found out where the winning ticket was sold. It was sold in Michigan. And do you know Doug and Allie from Family Faces?
Yes.
So I actually found out where the winning ticket was sold. It was sold in Novi, Michigan, which is about 20 minutes away from them.
Wow.
Yeah.
We were talking about the huge $800 million Powerball. We did a few group tickets, and we didn't. I don't think we got even one number correct.
No, I checked my. I did a 10-pick quick pick for Mega Millions, and on some of the numbers I had 2 numbers right, and I had the Mega Ball on a couple, but it wasn't in the Mega Ball position.
So it had to be in the right position then.
It had to be in the Mega Ball position, so the Mega Ball was 24, and I had like 24 as my first number or my third number, but it wasn't the Mega Ball.
Well, I'm depressed now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to need that neurosurgery more quickly than I thought.
Next time.
All right, Brandon, I'm going to move down to Nabil, and then I'm going to let you guys circle around and talk. And I'm going to put my face down so maybe it becomes a little better or more clearly. Any final good things to say, Nabil? Can you type in the comments? There you go, so we can follow you later.
Thank you. Yeah. This is my first time being a guest in a broadcast, so it's cool.
Well, I think you're going to do well, and be careful. There may be a lot of ladies that are going to try to marry you. Everybody else here is old guys, and you got the young look. Brenda, you got hope. Nabil, you've got hope. I think I'm out of the picture here.
Mature is attractive too.
Where?
Mature is attractive too.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
what
mature
mature
men.
people say.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mia's here. Hello, Mia. How are you? Miranda Smith is here. I'm single. Okay, there you go. Nabil, Miranda's here. She's single. She's a very nice girl. You know, it's a customary in my culture that when you and her hook up, I get the dowry. So
Uh-uh.
I just want to comment on Periscope, Randy. All the cookie people are here. Mia's.
Crooks. Crook.
Cookie. What's that mean? Cookie. I mean,
Cocky.
we're weird or what? I don't know.
Cocky.
all the
she meant.
kooky people are here.
Cocky.
Okay, let's invite. Oh, we can't invite Mia. She's on Perry.
Yeah.
We'd
Not
love to
sure what
invite
that
you,
means.
though.
Cookie.
There's no
Let's
word.
move
There's no
around.
such word as
We're all
cookie.
hesitating, everyone. I apologize. We're trying to talk to each other without overlapping due to the latency in the comments. So we're all trying to be courteous, and then we end up being silent for too long.
Mm.
I would like to move it around. Nabil, thank you very much. It's great to meet you. If you don't mind, Nabil, can you please put your comment over here? And Miranda would like your phone number.
Nah.
Miranda, you got to pay me money if you hook up with this dude.
A percentage.
Online dating.
Thank you, Nabil. Bernie, tell us something exciting and enlightening.
I missed that.
Somebody said I could
Exciting and
refresh the
lightning.
server. Okay,
Maybe.
let me try that. Settings. I'm going to refresh the server. I think you guys will be here, but I will disappear. Give me 1 second. Refresh
I've
graphic
got to
server.
actually disappear, Randy. I'm going to say good night. Goodbye.
He's crying to death.
Oh, my God. You wait, she'll be pressuring the hell out of you soon. Catches. Bye. Nice
Bye,
Love you
Bernie.
guys.
Bye,
Bye.
Benita.
Cheers.
Bye, loves.
Okay, we're all over here in the waiting lobby. Oh, we're coming back now. Fantastic. And it worked. That wasn't so bad. Okay, it worked. That was actually a miracle that it worked. Stefan, would you give us any great last words before we move on to the next?
No, just I'm gonna post whenever it's clear skies. I'll put up a post saying when I'll be broadcasting, and hopefully it looks going to be more exciting this summer. There's going to be a solar eclipse on June the 10th. It's going to be 6 a.m. in the morning, and it's going to be visible in Toronto. there'll be an 85% coverage of the sun by the moon as it passes between the Earth and the sun. And I'm hoping we get a clear day and I can set my telescope up and live stream the actual solar eclipse. So I'm hoping that happens. And
I
Stargate was one of my
definitely would catch that
favorite
broadcast. That would be very
sci-fi
nice.
shows. Yeah, Stargate was one of my favorite sci-fi shows, by the way. I think that's awesome what you guys did on that. It's
Yeah,
like
I really
Thank
enjoyed
you.
Stargate also. That was a great
Richard
show.
Dean Anderson,
It was
Aquaman. You know,
it was quite a family. Like I think the hardest thing is when all the shows wrapped, and cleaning out the prop shop and just putting all the equipment away in the big bins and everything to be hauled away was just probably one of the most heart wrenching things we ever experienced. Like we were with that show for like 7 years. Yeah, and it just like it was so weird. It was so surreal. It took us so long to even realize that it stopped. You know that it was over. But it was really
I
good. It
think
was a
most
good
shows
family.
end that way. People get involved and they get into it, and everything has a stop and a start and a stop in the when it comes to this. So I'm sure that's the way it is for a lot
Yeah.
of folks.
now did you also work on the movies they made for that same cast?
We're old, but not that old.
But at the end of the show, at the end of the Stargate show, did they make not the original Stargate movie with
Okay.
I can't remember what, but they made some movies at the end of the series. I think they made one or two movies, did they not?
Well, they were kind of MOWs, and they were completely different. They were a California thing, not a BC thing.
Okay, okay.
So
Did you take
when
any props? Did you keep any props for your collection?
we weren't allowed to.
I know you weren't allowed to, but did you keep any?
MOWs, and they were complete.
No, you don't have to
Oh,
answer.
that's
We
two
know
MOWs.
we know the answer.
Well, we.
Somebody asked, why didn't we use Zoom? Because we're using Happs. Tierra, Tierra, welcome.
Duh.
Um,
But no, we took a lot of materials like the last few weeks of the show, and there was nothing. There was like no one in the shop, and it was empty. So Martin and I went in there and took a lot of leftover materials and molds and stuff like that, and made steampunk props for a steampunk convention in Seattle. And we just went crazy with all the leftover materials and just steampunked everything and brought it all down to the States so it could be part of that convention. And that was kind of like our last little grasp on it all. But there were three producers, and the one that was left at the very end made sure none of us had anything. He went through the whole place and just locked us out, and then let us back in after he had everything removed, which was kind of heart wrenching. And they tore apart the gate too. They cut it down into pieces, and it was
Oh no.
yeah. The original gate was supposed to go to the Smithsonian, and we had put it off into the corner, and basically to wait for it all to happen. And no, he decided he didn't want to pay for renting the building, like having the building for any moment longer, and the Smithsonian hadn't created the space for it yet. So yeah, he had us cut it up. So it was hard when there's only one producer left, and he's the one that you don't want to be left. You kind of
Red
have to
Eye
bow.
Knight says, don't worry, statute of limitations ran out.
We'll just make some more. We'll just rebuild everything. You know, we'll just build
All
it
right,
all. We'll
I'm
find someone's
going to say
backyard.
goodbye to you great folks, and I'm going to ask Brendan to come up here and tell. Oh, he ran away before I was getting ready to talk to him. Brendan. Oh, he ran away quickly.
Oh no.
Here he comes back. I was getting ready to call on you to come up and talk to us, and you run away now.
Oh,
Tell
sorry.
us
No,
your
sorry. That was
impact
bad. No, that's my
sports
bad.
life. What's going on?
Nothing really. It's been fairly quiet. Watching a couple hockey games earlier. But really nothing else has been going on.
Just chillaxed, huh?
Yeah, I've been texting back and forth with one of my friends about the McGregor fight.
This is a big thing that's coming up.
Yeah, the McGregor fight's huge.
You know what I'm going to do? I think we've had a lot of people up here. I appreciate everybody. And I'm going to say goodbye, but I want someone else to close for me. Who hates to close? I want the one who hates it the most. Which one of you four people hate to close? Okay, boom, I'm gone. Only my voice is here. Who's next? Who wants to close the broadcast with words of wisdom for everyone?
Well,
Not
words
me.
of wisdom. All right, fine. I close every single one of our broadcasts the same way. And that's respect yourself more than anyone else can. Because self respect and self love is much more important than waiting for everyone else to provide it for you. Just always love, and everything will be just fine.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Martin. Good night, all.
Night, night.